So, my name is Wendy, and we're here doing a video story of the islands for the Bay Island Community Services. Your name is?
My name's Kay Ross.
Kay Ross. What brought you to the islands, and when did this occur?
We came here in 1999. My husband had friends here, so we came down here and built a house here. Sadly, he died 9 months after we got here. But I've stayed here because I love the island.
So you bought a house?
No, we built a house.
You built a house?
Yes.
Was that an easy process back then?
No, it wasn't, because if you remember, 1999 was a year of rain, and our builder was from the Sunshine Coast, so it was really hard to get him down all the time, and good days he wouldn't be here, rainy days he'd be here and couldn't work, so it was a bit of a project.
So it took a long time.
Yeah, but it is a fairly large house.
What was it like on the island in those times?
It was wonderful, especially at that time. I found the neighbours were just wonderful to me. They looked after me, they took me places, all that sort of thing. And we're losing that humanity now, which is a problem.
What made you get involved in community work?
My background is in local government. So, of course, I see what's going on the islands, and I need to get in there and do some sort of change or try and make a change. So I get involved in what was the original Russell Island Progress Association, which folded in the end, and then it was replaced by something called the Russell Island Association. That was once again a group that lobbied and did things, but council started another group called the Forum, and that more or less took over from just the Russell Island Association. And they were into trying to do things for the island. And everyone was very politically motivated in those days to get better outcomes for the island.
So what type of community work are you involved in now?
Now I am the coordinator of the museum here, which we open every Friday morning and try and open for the days that we have the markets on. And that's a very interesting job. We do a lot of work on oral histories, which are the lives of the people on the island. We have our things are on eHive, which is a worldwide group that shows what's in each museum. And from that, we've had inquiries from France about one of our items that's very rare. Al has spent a lot of time talking to this man in France and letting him know what we've got and how we can fix it. Al is going to try and rebuild it, so that would be a wonderful thing to happen.
Okay. Have you enjoyed living here over the years?
I have and still do enjoy living here. I find the lifestyle is lovely, the people are lovely. I am concerned with the increasing population without the infrastructure being changed. It is a problem.
Are there any memorable events on the island that have affected you?
Oh, I don't think of any particularly. But there's lots of little things happen, lots of nice things that happened in the past. We had a group here called the Wombats, and they would take us down to Sanctuary Cove in a boat and make lovely day trips and things for us. We're losing a lot of that sort of thing now, and we're doing it with the Lady Caroline, which is wonderful. But as to great memorable events, I don't recall any particularly off the top of my head.
So, is there any historical details about the islands?
Well, there's an awful lot of history here in the island. People don't seem to understand that it's been settled since the 1800s, late 1800s. And it's been farming for all those years. We sent pineapple to France in the World War because we had a pineapple factory here and they did their canning here. It's had a marvellous history, the island, especially socially. It was quite the heart of the social area. People from Tingalpa came over because dances were held here, all that sort of thing. It was really a good idea living here then, but it's changed now. We've lost so much. We used to have dances all the time. There were dances on the barges. It's all gone now. All gone.
That would have been a sight to see, dances on the barges.
Well, I can remember it was about 3 o'clock one Saturday, and I heard this noise. This was in Jay and the Americans singing. I'm thinking, what is that noise? Because I lived down near the barge at that stage. And it was a barge coming in from a party. They were just blasting music. It was just a lot of fun.
They don't do that now, do they?
No, because it was privately owned in those days. It wasn't Sea-Link.
Right, so do you feel that any of the changes that have occurred on the island are good or bad?
They're good in some ways, but I find people who decide the changes aren't familiar with island life, and they make changes that would suit the mainland, but not here. We're going through their new car park at the moment, where we're getting all these new car parks, 64. They failed to mention they're taking 40 out. And that's the sort of thing that I need to say something about.
Yeah, there's a lot of things. You're still enjoying your life on the island?
Oh, loving it, really loving it. Especially with the museum. I mean, it's been here since 2006. It's got a lot of history of the island, and a lot of the old paper things when the island was being sold in the 70s. A lot of the advertisements from that, all that. And we've had people through recently and they just love to see that because there's nowhere else you can see it.
No, that's right. I think we'll stop there. Thank you very much for your time.
That's okay.